Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El. Right now we're doing some location scouting for my new music video. I'm working on an album that very soon I'm going to be releasing it. They're doing some major work here, so it sounds like construction everywhere. It's freaking crazy. So I don't know what we're going to do, but it's going to be within a couple of months, so hopefully all this noise will be gone. But anyways, I wanted to give you guys a little heads up, some really cool information that I just found out. I've been following Famitsu, Japanese market extremely close. As you saw before on my past videos, I like to look at the foreign markets more than the United States markets, and the reason why is I want to see how far Nintendo goes. Now, Japanese doesn't really count because Japanese in America usually are head-to-head. In fact, Japan, I think even Nintendo does better. But right now, what we do know is, in the worldwide market, Nintendo isn't doing so well outside certain, outside those countries and those places. What we do know is Nintendo is now, but then again, other systems aren't as well. What we do know is in the Japanese market, actually, let's go first with the American market. The American market, since December, as I told you guys before, Nintendo has been conquering the console market. They've been selling way better than, than pretty much any console that was out from December, from the holiday market. And basically what happened is, right now, this is how it is in Japan. They're about to, actually they did, I believe, they're about to surpass the PlayStation 4 lifetime cycle. Sorry about that, I just got information right now. So they just said they did, actually, my friend is telling me right now that they just did surpass the market as we speak. So they did surpass the market of PlayStation 4's lifetime life cycle, which is fucking amazing. Freaking amazing. Like, really, I can't freaking believe it. I can't say the F word, so you got to say the word freaking a lot. Just really incredible, really happy about it, to be honest with you. And it just makes me feel like I want to see what Nintendo does now. Will they flex their muscle? As you saw what I showed you guys in the other video about how we don't want politics in our video games, and how amazing how Nintendo is combating it by basically saying, screw you, politics, we don't want you in our games. And right now, Nintendo is starting to flex muscle, but I want to see how far they go with the third-party market. Okay, with the third-party market, that is what I want to see how they're going to do. And what I mean by that is we're seeing that Nintendo users like ourselves are being treated like second-class citizens. Now, what do I mean by that? They come out with collector's editions for just about anyone. They don't have that for the Nintendo Switch. They don't also have, for example, what we saw with Mortal Kombat 11, no physical copy. They only have a regular standard edition physical copy, and the premium edition is going seriously digital. Now, there's a reason why Japan is doing so well, and I want to explain this to you. The way the Japan market, usually I don't agree at all with Japan's decisions, Nintendo of Japan. I don't agree with a lot of their decision making, but in this case, they are extremely smart. What they did was they actually released a Nintendo Switch and said, you know what? We don't want a Nintendo Switch in every home, one in every home. We want it in every freaking hand. So like I told you guys before, what they did, so they released a cheaper version without a dock, which is what's going to happen at, what they're trying to work on here in America, which is the Mini. But I think what they did over there was really cool. They're going to have, I'm sure, the Mini there eventually. Well, I mean, they'll have it there probably first. I don't know. But right now, what I showed you guys in the video, there's no real talks of anything new coming along the area. But the thing is, they focused on releasing a Switch without a dock mode to market it as a portable console, which is extremely smart, to be honest with you, because if you think about it, I mean, most of us are using it for portability. And if you look at it, Nintendo is doing really well in cities, okay? Major cities. We're not talking about underdeveloped countries yet. We're not talking about all these things, but they're doing great in cities because most people in cities, like myself, use trains. We use different public transportation, and because of that, we can play games on the go, and we need to have a game on the go. So we really enjoy that portability factor. Now, if you're living in a place where there's portability factor is not an issue, unless you love Mario or whatever, you're going to get better games, better looking games on the PC. you know, on the PlayStation 4 and so on and so forth. But we like taking those third-party games on the go with us. Now, I'm a big fan of Mario, Zelda, so I'm a Nintendo fan all the way. But there's some people that don't like all of these things, so for them, it's not an issue. They don't like portability. It's not an issue. Then I can see where they're going with PlayStation 4 and where they're going with the Xbox One or PC, which is the best from the consoles because it, you know, gives you the best resolution and so on and so forth. Troubleshooting errors and all kinds of crap, that's another story altogether. But that's the thing, guys. That is what I am actually thinking about. So I want to show you guys, this is where we're actually going to film a small part where I did a drone test when I built the drone for you guys. I think YouTube took it down because it violated some law with the FAA because I had it flying actually higher than a plane, which is insanity. But I think it's still there. I'm kind of sure that it's still there, and you can literally see it flying over the planes. But this is before they even made the law, but I don't know, whatever. I had some warnings on it, so I think they took it down. But definitely look in my channel, you'll see it. It's pretty cool. This area is really, really nice. I really dig it. So it's tons of things going on in the background here. But another major thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is because of that, I really want to see them go the extra mile and actually tell the third-party developers, look, we're now doing better than the consoles, other consoles. So please give us this, please give us that, please do this, do that. Make the Nintendo seal worth something like it did in the late 80s and 90s, you know, in the early 90s. You know, late 80s. Show them that this is what we are, this is what we have, we're conquering the market right now. If you want to get into this, you have to earn our seal, you have to perfect every freaking game. And lately, I mean, I'm really happy with the direction they're going. They're starting to get better development teams. They're not going to be harnessing blind squirrels, blind powers, as you saw what they did with WWE 2K18. We're going to talk about that. I got some crazy news for you about a wrestling game very soon. Again, I don't like posting things, making videos like most of these idiots, releasing videos just for the sake of videos. I like to give real information, so I need to validate some of this stuff. But I think, you know, I don't know if it's anytime soon, but it's looking up. Let's just put it that way. Once I get more information for you guys, I will post up here. I'm a big wrestling fan, as I know many of you guys are as well. And, you know, I'm a big wrestling game fan, you know, and I really hope that they actually do come through with a wrestling game. And I'm actually starting to hear some things. So I want to validate some of that stuff, and we'll see exactly where they're going with that one. Another major thing that I'm so happy. Now, I'm not for big government. I don't like big government. I don't like it when the government gets in our way, you know, in anything. As you see, that's why they're in our comic books, in our video games, and so on and so forth. But sometimes a little government regulation to criminals, especially in the gaming industry, as we see their shady business practices, is a good thing. Sometimes you need to regulate it, like when you regulate monopolies. You got to the government has a right to regulate a monopoly to make it fair for everyone. It's subjective what fair is, because they're the ones funding their campaign, so we don't know anything. But I'm not going to talk too much into that. I'm not going to go into this nonsense. What I am going to talk about is what they're doing right now with microtransactions. Okay, so microtransactions is beyond disgusting. To be honest, to come out even with half-assed games as they do these days, and then you know, they kind of do entrapment. In fact, I'm willing to bet there is a lawsuit in there, because what they do is they sell you a half-assed game and then tell you in order to complete it you got to pay more, and then by the end of it you're paying over $150 to possibly even more to complete your freaking game, which is ridiculous. Even people who buy the premium edition ends up having to spend even more money later on for season 2 packs, season 3 packs, and so on and so forth. Ridiculous. It's a scam, and you kind of feel it's like it is entrapment. That's what it is, and I'm sure that there is laws that you could go against that. But right now, microtransactions becoming another big issue. Those play-to-win type of games, like Ubisoft, EA, what they did, and so on and so forth. You clearly know they're driving sales, like FIFA and all of that. They're driving sales towards their market using microtransactions. It's gotten to the point, especially with EA, when it's been so ridiculous that even their investors are not, you know, didn't invest as much, and they end up letting go of so many people in their markets. That's actually been you know, one after the other, closing. So it's not doing well. People are starting to rise up. They're starting not, you know, when they said if you don't like it, don't buy it. I say don't buy it. Show these idiots exactly. I mean, for them to have the audacity to say such a stupid thing is beyond me. So I really think people should actually go ahead and not buy these games. And so far there's been a bill that's being passed by a Republican senator, pretty much to, I forgot, it was called like Child's Protection Act, something like that. It was something weird, but it was about, you know, always when you throw children in there, it looks much more, you know, like everybody, when they hear the word child, they automatically go, yes, we'll pass it, yes, we'll let it go through, you know, and so on and so forth, because they want to protect the children. It's always good to use children as a tactic. But basically, this might be really good for us to limit what these idiots can do. So devs, if you still want to release microtransactions, start funding their campaigns. But as we all know, that's exactly what most of these yuppies do. But I hope that they do regulate it. It brings a smile to my face every time when I hear that, because I mean, it's gotten to the point where gaming is not fun anymore. Really, it's like there's always some hidden agenda, some freaking thing, and it is entrapment. It is, because some of those games, especially on phones or whatever, when you're playing them, you clearly see that you can get up to certain levels and you just can't complete your game without spending freaking money, which is ridiculous. Now, if the game is free, I don't have a problem with that, because I'm like, okay, the game is free, so they need to make their money on it anyway. But when you're paying 60, this is exactly what I told you guys before in my videos ages ago, and I said if we start to you know, to fund in terms of like by buying the games of these idiots, we're actually positively reinforcing them to continue on with their stupidity. You understand? It's going to get worse and worse, and that's exactly what happened. And this is from my Note 4 series, you know, the Samsung Note 4 series, and that's exactly what happened. You started seeing games not free anymore on the phone market, where you're going to be paying about $6.99 or $12.99 for the game, and then that's what happened. And then they took a whiff at it, you know, of it, and then what did they do? All gaming development teams started putting these stupid microtransactions. Hell, Mortal Kombat 11. What the hell, yo? I mean, to start putting in, and you know, I know this is WB's fault, because WB put the politics in the game. WB put all of that stuff. This is what they're about, and it's just disgusting. I really hate it. But you know, this is what microtransactions to me means. It means that this game is a scam, and this is a way for the grind. You know, it's a way to make you pay extra money than what you're paying. And it's funny, because those games used to be free, and now I'm just going to tell you the evolution right here. Okay, so in the beginning, they said if you don't get a physical copy and you get a digital copy, you pay $10 less. That's how gaming was on the PC and so on and so forth. It was like that, they said, because they didn't have to spend money on the physical copy. Then eventually it became wanted, and now they're the same price. Look at the evolution, how phony and deceptive and how shady it is. Now they did the same thing with microtransactions. So first they put it in free games, then they charged you for the game. Now they're charging you full price for the game, $69.99, $59.99, $99.99, like the premium edition of Mortal Kombat 11. And you know they already made an announcement that they're going to release for years. Even though I don't know if that's going to be true, because they said the same thing about Injustice 2. But if that's, you know, the situation, it's like Killer Instinct, what happened on Steam, when they had Season 1, Season 2, Season 3. So even if you bought the damn freaking premium edition, you're still paying for the other seasons to complete your damn game. This becomes an issue. So if the government can limit it or even make it illegal, other countries made it already illegal. So if they can make it illegal, because the devs are so stupid, because already they should have looked to EA and saw how much they suffered, and they're still doing it because EA is ridiculously stupid. But that's what people need to look at. Ubisoft, all these idiots, they need to look at and see, you know, that it is not anymore, you know, something that people want. And I hope the government does make it like in other countries they made it illegal. I do hope that they make it illegal, or at least regulate it. I would think that by regulation, that would be a good thing. We need it to be regulated because it's gotten to the point where now when I buy a game, I know I'm not buying a full game. I know I'm going to go and buy a demo of a game. That's what it feels like to me. Even though it's not a demo, it's a little bit more full or whatever. But I tell myself, I'm going to buy a demo, and soon I'm going to have to pay much more money to complete that, to complete this game and complete it all. And that really pisses me off. And this is why I urge people never to buy those premium editions, because it ain't going to do you any good. Because the thing is, you're going to probably have it filled with content that you don't even want. You're going to pay the $100 mark, like let's say for a Mortal Kombat 11. You're going to pay that $100 mark. You're going to get probably characters, you know, that you're not going to want. And then what's going to happen? You're going to be stuck in Trappist. You're going to be stuck, and before you know it, you're buying their Season 2, Season 3. This is why I bit the bullet. I got it. So I'm going to be doing reviews for, I'm going to be able to play it a week before release. So I'm going to be doing the review for y'all. And I'm going to, I'm actually going to release the videos, and you'll see if those characters are worth your money or not. But it includes a bunch of useless crap that it really doesn't, you know, it's so stupid. But the whole thing, it's just a scam. And I'm willing to bet also this whole controversy with women dressing up, you know, like they're wearing full prom gowns instead of freaking dressing up as they're supposed to, like in the UFC, because it's comfortable. This is also just the beginning of other crap that's going to come. This is why I feel horrible that I even funded Mortal Kombat 11. But the thing is, I would hope that they would, you know, I don't hope, but I hope they'd release it for free. But if they're going to start charging money, which is what I heard, I don't want to start a rumor, but it's what I heard. Okay, little birdies are telling me. But if they're going to start charging money for women to dress a little bit more normal in a fight, then you know this thing was all a money scheme. But it's more politics. And you know, once that thing entered, it's so funny. They have no issue with that, but fatalities and brutalities, they have no issues with. But that, to dress up, they do. Apparently they never saw UFC or wrestling or any of that stuff. It's just comfortable. It has nothing to do with looking sexy or sexual immorality or any of that crap. But again, this is just first steps, just like they did with everything I just discussed, with microtransactions, with games that are half-assed, with physical and digital copies. You know this is going to happen. And it's going to be so freaking stupid. Once, you know, if we allow this to go further, this is going to be extremely stupid. And I highly recommend that we don't buy games like this, that we don't buy games that are giving us half-assed stuff. Eventually, if we all stick together, seriously, I don't think this, I mean, obviously it all deals with supply and demand. And if the video game devs, those idiots, see that there is no market value anymore for any crap that they release, I mean, this is going to literally cause the video game crash like it did, I think it was in the 80s, early 80s. It's going to cause a big crash here. There's going to be a recession in gaming. And this is what they're doing. They're taking away our escape. That's what games are. That's what movies are. You know, they raised up movies so high in price that I know many people who just refuse to see movies. They just subscribe to Netflix and any of that, and they see whatever the heck they want. But this is what they're doing. They're literally taking what we are trying to escape. We use this as an escape from the reality. You know, we use this as a way to calm ourselves, to a sort of like meditation sequence. We use it for our enjoyment. It helps us, you know, to go through life, you know, with, this is like our form of meditation, our form of being happy and stuff. And they're literally taking it all away from us by doing these stupid things, politics, money schemes. That's what microtransactions to me is. It's a big freaking money scheme. And I'm glad that at least, even though the government sucks in every way, at least if that'll be controlled, that's one less thing to worry about. You know, I don't like the government getting involved in anything, to be honest with you. I don't trust them, so I don't want them involved. But in this case, it's gotten to the point that it's been so ridiculous that, hey, we'll take whatever we can get. You know what I mean? If we're damned if we do, damned if we don't, we might as well have something work in our favor. And this looks like that's perfect for us. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I don't want to be rambling on, but I got some news probably, hopefully, by the end of next week for us wrestling fans. I just need some more validation. You know, to see, I need to have it validated. That's what I'm saying. And then I will let you guys know if, as in 10 Commandments, if it's a myth, I will bring it in a bottle. If it's real, I'll bring it in chains. I don't even know if I quoted that right. But anyways, that's what I have to say about that. Let me know what you guys think about this whole ordeal. I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys all have to say. I'm just happy Nintendo right now is conquering PlayStation 4 sales in its lifetime, which is freaking incredible. The reason why, I'm going to tell you why I find it funny. It's because Sony screwed all of their customers. I'm a PlayStation 4 owner, but I was also a Vita owner, and Vita had the PlayStation Vita had so much potential, and these idiots at Sony completely abandoned it after promising us everything. And I vowed I would never get another Sony product, but I was gifted the PlayStation 4 by a family member and friend who got together and actually bought it for me. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm really thankful to have friends and family that are so, which to me is the same thing. Everybody's my family. For doing that, but I didn't want to fund Sony anymore after what they did to us with the PlayStation Vita, and their excuse was everything is in the phone market. No. Obviously you could clearly see that, and now they're probably eating their words, they're biting their toenails with their lips, they're licking probably the goo between their finger, between the toe jam, because they're seeing right now how wrong they were, because the Nintendo market is conquering them in Japan. And to be honest, they care more about the Japanese market than American market and all of that stuff. They do, they just do. This is why they make these decisions that I don't agree with. Almost all the time I don't agree with the Japanese decisions. But some of the, Nintendo of Japan, but sometimes they come out with, really good ideas. And I think the Switch really showed Sony what's what. They basically said, up yours what you thought, and look at us now. And, if they topped Xbox One, and I said, I wouldn't even care. I would be like, this is nothing. I mean, okay, this is cool. We're conquering. We're good. It's happening. But the fact that they did that to Sony and basically said, yo, you said that the handheld market was gone. What's up? That thing shows you right away that something right there that they're doing is correct. So that's all I got to say about that. I'm definitely curious what you guys have to think, what you guys think about this whole ordeal. Definitely comment down below. I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys have to say, because I'm happy. I couldn't be more happier right now in terms of gaming, and I hope that all of this, including politics, are going to be taken care of and just shoved to the side like a piece of crap. But I hope that all of you guys are happy with it too. I definitely want to hear what you guys have to think about the whole thing we just spoke about right now. Definitely, if you like what you see, independent channel. This is our channel. No funding, no nothing. This is all about us. So definitely, I'm curious to hear what you think. If you like the channel, you like our channel, definitely subscribe, hit that like button, and definitely hit that bell button, as it'll alert you of many more videos to come. And we always need more people in our family. I would love to have you guys aboard. So definitely join. If you like what you see. If you don't, let me know. I want to hear. The whole point of this is a community. This is like, think of it as a forum, a digital forum on YouTube, that we could see each other, that we could see, you guys could see who's talking here. I'm talking here. I'd love it if they could have videos of people, so you guys could put video comments on. That would have been really cool. Maybe a good idea for YouTube in the future. That would be so sick. But this is the reason. I want real people, real, talking, not people who are paid to tell you something is good. I like it when somebody discusses, when we have debates, when we have this. This makes, like I always said, the more vocal we are, the better it is, the more these devs correct themselves. If nobody is vocal, this is just going to keep going on and on. So, be vocal on videos like this, but be vocal in forums, be vocals everywhere. Let people know the issue like they did in Steam and all these other places, and it'll be really, really cool. This place, believe it or not, we're going to be filming in that little baseball field, even though it's not really a baseball field. It's like a concrete baseball field, but we're going to be doing some crazy stuff over there for one of my videos. I'm working on, actually, I thought it was going to be 3. It's going to be about 4 music videos that we're going to have coming very soon. We're going to be starting to pump them out, and then afterwards the album's going to be released. Definitely, I'll be really curious to hear what you guys have to say about the everything, and be as critical as possible, please, because I always like hearing what y'all have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye. As always, guys, if you like what you see, self-funded here, be sure to check out all my other stuff, from mini-series to unboxings to technology, and Nintendo reviews and 3D printer reviews and all that good stuff. If you like what you see, the only way you can help the channel is by liking this video, subscribing and hitting that bell button, as many more cool videos to come. Definitely want you guys in it, and I want you guys to be vocal. Definitely comment down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Have a good one, y'all. Take care. Bye.